I almost ruined these Star Wars figures, and what I'd never do again.
Here are some tips for spray painting your minis for priming and avoiding some of the mistakes that happened to me along the way. Spray lightly to avoid globbing up the tiny spaces that require different color paint, like the eye sockets on the Stormtroopers and the gap between the armor. Now you want to burst fire or use small bursts of coats from a distance and not too close, or else you'll get globbed up paint like I did on a few models, but I was able to fix that. Avoid overspray by keeping the models far away. Pretty obvious, simple, but if you keep your models that are sprayed or about to be sprayed, they're going to get overspray on it if you keep them too close. I had a few issues on like 2 or 3 units, but that's okay. I was able to fix them. And lastly, use a flat paint over satin or gloss. Makes the paint that you apply stick a bit better. For me, some of the paint was glossy and others not so much. I had a few problems painting over these units with black, mainly Vader, but he turned out pretty good in the end. Now, I wanted to make half of the Stormtroopers different from the base models, and add a little bit of flair to them, so I decided to add some muddy boots, and a few armor pieces here and there. I decided to use some of the shade paint from my Citadel paint collection from the Warhammer sets, obviously. I was also thinking about adding some sand to the base units, only to the ones with the muddy boots, of course. For the glue, I decided on using furniture glue, which works really good, but it is quite expensive. You could use white glue or any other glue that dries clear. I wasn't thinking about adding sand to the sides of the units, but just to paint them black. However, I tried one and decided that the rest needed to be coated in sand as well. But with that, I forgot to hit the record button. So you're just going to have to wait till the reveal in order to see it. Okay, a lot of them are still wet, and then they kind of decide to soak through a little bit, which I kind of like because it looks like it's wet and it matches their boots getting muddy and mixing with the sand. So I might keep that.